Have you ever told everyone about something really big you wanted to do? Like a new project, a new business, or a huge personal goal. And did you notice what happened next? Sometimes when we speak too much about our dreams, they become harder and harder to reach. Why is that? Let me tell you a story. Once, in a village carved right into the side of a jagged mountain, lived a young man named Elias. Now, Elias was a man of many incredible ideas, but very few results. He had a deep passion for the mountain's beautiful white marble, and every single time he saw a fresh slab, he would get this rush of inspiration. He'd run to the village square, his eyes wide with excitement. "Listen, everyone," he would proclaim to the elders gathered there. "I am going to carve a lion so fierce it will look as if it is breathing." The elders would nod sagely, the children would cheer, and Elias would feel this incredible wave of victory wash over him. He'd return to his workshop, his chest puffed out with pride. But then, as soon as he picked up his chisel, the stone suddenly felt too hard, and his arms felt impossibly heavy. You see, he had already won the applause. He had gotten the validation. Why bother with all the sweat and the hard work now? This cycle repeated for years. Elias promised magnificent statues of heroes, elegant fountains of grace, and towering pillars of strength. Each time, the village celebrated his words, but his workshop remained filled with nothing but dust and unshaped rocks. He became known as the man of almosts and one days. One winter, everything changed. An old master sculptor named Kale arrived in the village. Kale was famous for his breathtaking work, yet he was a man of profound silence. He spent his days in a small, quiet hut at the very edge of the cliffs, just working. Curious and feeling desperate, Elias finally went to see him. "Master," Elias sighed, his shoulders slumped. "I have the vision of a genius, but the hands of a ghost. Why do my dreams vanish the moment I begin?" Kale didn't answer with words. Instead, he simply gestured for Elias to follow him to the edge of a frozen waterfall. He pointed to the massive wall of ice. "The waterfall," Kale whispered, his voice barely disturbing the silence, "makes the most noise when it is falling and crashing. But the ice? The ice grows in the absolute silence of the frost. By morning, it has the power to crack the very mountain, yet it never made a single sound while growing." Then Kale handed Elias a small, rough piece of obsidian, a volcanic glass as black as night. "Take this," he said. "Do not speak of it. Do not tell your mother, your friends, or even the wind what you intend to make. Build it in the frost of your own silence." Elias took the stone home. His tongue ached to tell the baker, "I have a special stone from the master." He desperately wanted to hint to his friends about the secret project he was starting, but he bit his lip and remembered the silent ice. He sat in his dark, lonely workshop, and something strange happened. Because no one was expecting a masterpiece, he wasn't afraid to make a mistake. Because no one had praised him yet, he felt a strange, hungry void in his stomach that only work could fill. So he chipped away at the stone. He polished it. He even bled a little when the tool slipped. For the very first time in his life, the energy of the dream wasn't escaping through his mouth. It was flowing through his fingers, into the stone itself. Months passed. The long winter finally gave way to the spring thaw. One morning, Elias walked into the village square. He wasn't shouting. He wasn't making a grand speech. He simply walked to the central well and placed a small, shimmering obsidian bird upon its edge. It was so perfectly crafted, so full of life, that the entire village fell into a stunned silence. The light caught its polished wings, making it look as if it was about to take flight. His neighbor, the first to speak, asked in awe, "Elias, when did you find the time for this? We never heard you working." Elias just smiled. "While I was quiet," he replied. "This story teaches us a powerful lesson. Our dreams are like steam. If you let them out through a whistle, they make a lot of noise, but they have no power. But if you trap that steam inside a boiler, it can move a whole train. Keep your dreams close. Protect them from the world's judgment and your own need for early praise. Let your work speak for you when it is ready. The world does not need to know what you are building. It only needs to see what you have built. So, the next time you feel that powerful urge to tell everyone about your big, new idea, just pause. Take a breath. Stay quiet and let the seed of your dream grow in the darkness and silence. When the tree is strong and bears fruit, everyone will see it without you ever having to say a single word. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe for more stories that can help change the way we see life. Thank you for listening.